Alright, welcome everyone to another Roulette Rivals 19 Swiss round 4 match between CodenameKenny and In4Fun. We are heading on to a banger match. This is one of the last remaining Swiss round 4 matches. It looks like we will be playing the rest of round 4 within the next 10 hours, kicking us off with this very match right here. Both of these players are currently on 3 points in the Swiss stage, looking very likely to advance, and a win in this match could seal the deal for them. But a loss is not necessarily lead to immediate disqualification either. 2 more rounds will be played after this one, so both players have a very, very decent chance of advancing. Looking at the numbers a little bit before we jump on into the match, we can see on the right an insane high numbers. 120 wins from In4Fun over 37 losses and just 3 ties in his entire career. In4Fun, just looked it up, is one of the highest players with the highest win rate, with the huge number of 160 matches, which probably also makes him one of the players with the most matches played in total, currently on 3rd place in the leaderboards. 2 Road Rivals titles, as we can see at the top, but the head-to-head between them currently also in In4Fun's favor. On the other side, we have the opponent, CodenameKenny, 24-17-0. Only played 6 Road Rivals, currently not a ton, but certainly a strong contester as well. We were looking at the screen a bit more in the following things. I just realized I forgot to ever enter this scene when the stream starts. So we hope Kenny's stream will be live. There it is. And it's going to be first spin for Mendoza arriving now. It's going to be Don Archibald Yates, Silenced Shotgun as a lawyer, and Tamara Vidal, SMG, as the Asado chef. Very curious to see how the players approach this. We have audio from... is muted on both ends. Let's change that. Lawyer and Asado, 2... not strictly unique, but... I mean, the lawyer is strictly unique, and I guess Asado is, like, 2... 2 are on the map, and I guess you could spawn in a 3rd if you approach it like In4Fun, who has started as an Asado chef, and we can see different strategies being employed by both players. CodenameKenny opted to start in the parking lot to get the lawyer immediately. While In4Fun started Asado chef, and will just isolate Don Yates first, possibly get the kill on Tamara, and then the rest of the spin afterwards. Let's see. Ooh. Yates definitely heard something there, surprisingly. Here comes his wife, but so far so good for In4Fun. Got Yates down, is now heading to the roof, likely to pick up his silenced shotgun, and then head on to Tamara. And meanwhile, CodenameKenny is entering the mansion through the basement, but gets spotted by one of the guards. The lawyer can be illegal on mansion grounds, but of course only after you enter through the intended way, get frisk and everything, and with the weapons Kenny is currently possessing, that is not something you wish for. In4Fun, nice map knowledge. He smuggled in a silenced shotgun from on the mansion roof or attic, then left it there and picked up one of the SMG of one of the guards. That is a silenced SMG. It is quite large, but it does do the job perfectly fine. And yeah, that rip from Kenny now means huge lead to In4Fun. Kenny approaching the spin currently just the same again. Picking up Lawyer early in the parking lot with a nice distraction, subdue, dumping him into the bushes. And yeah, then entering secretly, hopefully secretly, through these tunnels. This is where he got spotted last time. This time Kenny will make it through nice and easy. In the meantime, In4Fun got the first kill. Tamara Vidal SMG as Sado Chef completed nicely. And now, pretty much anything, all In4Fun needs is the Lawyer disguise, who should still be in the parking lot, hopefully, at this point. Spin time is not that advanced for In4Fun yet. Kenny has made it to the balcony of Yates, blasts him with a face full of buckshot. And that is Yates down. First kill for Kenny as well, luring up a guard to get a disguise to safely get out of here. But Kenny still needs everything about this Tamara kill. The SMG might be delivered to him by this guard if he realizes the guard has one. But Kenny still needs the didn't bring the SMG from the guard. Maybe he has one in his inventory. I did not check that. But Kenny needs Sado Chef and Tamara, of course. Tamara's only a Seeker dart away. Like that. It's gonna be a double Seeker. Oh yeah, Kenny has the small SMG that you can pre-plan in his inventory. And Kenny will phone lure and a Sado Chef by the looks of things.
Okay.
Let's hope that works out. In4Fun in the meantime, stalking through the garden area, luring a guard out to open the door for him. Yeah, as chat has pointed out, Kenny's strat is indeed faster right now. This Asado grab was a lot quicker, but the restart could cost him the match in its entirety, because here is In4Fun getting the kill on Yates, and he will be out in a couple of seconds. The keys already obtained. Just need the exits to pop open. There it is, In4Fun out, 5 minutes 46, and Kenny might be able to take this to a photo finish. There's the kill on Tamara. Hoping for teleporting Diana. This could be another part that ruins his run here. But no, she is there waiting for him. 26 seconds difference, I believe. 6 minutes 11 seconds for CodenameKenny. And the one rip did very much cost him the first map, likely. I don't think this is something Kenny can catch up even with his two loads compared to In4Fun's single one.
You know how to find him, don't you?
Why Edwards finds
I
you,
believe as per
He is
protocol.
untraceable, and he never lets you forget it.
Our
He is
lovely match
cocky,
admin
and that will be his downfall.
will both inform the players and
Meet me at the Olive Grove at sunset.
do some short calculations. Might have already done some short calculations. Knowing Chris X3, although I don't want to promise too much. Yeah, there it is. Mendoza ended on a photo finish. In4Fun finished 24.938 seconds earlier. That is quite a substantial lead. And given 2 loads of Kenny, 1 load of In4Fun, and Kenny playing on PC as well, looks of things.
This is the vault. 47.
Yeah, that is away from CodenameKenny. Would be highly, highly unlikely that this could have resulted any other way than an In4Fun win. The rip made the difference. Without the rip, Kenny would have certainly finished first. In4Fun might have still been able to take it to a photo finish, but it would have been the other way around. But like this, In4Fun will take map number 1 and lead our matchup 2-0. Very, very nicely done. All right, we can see map number 2 already down there. It's New York upcoming in a couple of minutes. First map was Mendoza, picked by CodenameKenny. Second map is New York, picked by the wonderful In4Fun. And for some... What is this? Why did both of their streams just pause now? I haven't seen that happen. CodenameKenny banned Hokkaido prior to this match. In4Fun banned Haven. So those two maps could not be picked and will not show up in our random selection. I kind of had to quickly jump over this page as I switched over a bit too late previously. I want to, before we shortly look at the map stats, to quickly go over the top again. In4Fun currently on 1300 elo, second player in this entire tournament. Only a player with a better elo that's currently playing must be Moo, who's in third on the global leaderboard. In4Fun currently fourth on the global leaderboard. These two players have matched previously. It was an RRWC 2022 group stage match. That was during Kenny's third ever tournament. They matched in the same group, and In4Fun took it with a nice 6-0 on Bangkok, Haven, and Mumbai. So, yeah, the Haven ban from In4Fun might come in handy to avoid playing that again this time. Mendoza was picked by Kenny. Sorry, my brain blacked out there for a second. The numbers wise, Kenny looked decent on the map, of course. I mean, in game as well, almost took it. But Mendoza's in the past now. Next map will be New York, In4Fun's pick. One of In4Fun's only favorite maps. An entire trilogy, picked it 20 times. Most he's picked any map. Shared that first place with Bangkok. 25-12-1. Very, very great win rate. Only a single New York tie. That was against the Reaper 47. Was a photo finish tie in the RR14 losers bracket final. Every other New York had a decisive outcome for In4Fun. Kenny on the other side, not look too great on this map. 0-2-0. 2 plays in total, 3 bans, no wins. But if that Mendoza's anything to go by, this map could be interesting. We come back to In4Fun already on the on the finishing run of one of his practice attempts. Sure, In4Fun pre-planning pretty much default loadout. Trank in the weapon slot, an EMP, a snail, and another trank in the executive floor, although the second trank could be switched for the item required for the kill. Let's see if it is Kenny ready to pre-plan a sniper or something else. What is it? It's going to be a loud sniper rifle as an investment banker for Athena Savalas. Kenny was pretty much there, but In4Fun is almost going to be the first one to load in. Both quick plans. In4Fun has the longer load here. And this is going to be a quick one, everyone. Don't blink. In4Fun first. Both players getting the first data disk. None of them running to the wrong direction. I don't know anybody who would ever turn left on that hallway by instinct. Differences in approach here. In4Fun using a snail as a KO'able item, while Kenny had to pick up a crowbar. This actually allows In4Fun a little bit of catch-up time here. Clearing out the cams. Kenny does likewise. This is a race. Of course, there might be stream delay or something in here. We don't know for sure, but so far it is looking pretty tight. All right. In4Fun checking Athena's cycle. Doing the Wi-Fi. Kenny immediately doing that as well. Loud rifle already unpacked by In4Fun. That is a long unpack, but this could make the difference. Snail being thrown by both players almost simultaneously again. First KO by In4Fun. Second KO by In4Fun. Kenny is still clearing out. In4Fun is letting Athena run to her secret office. This is definitely what he wants. One shot and she will not be heard anymore. Kenny doing the same, but Kenny did the clear out of the office somewhat slower. Even if just by a couple of seconds. One data disk is what stands between these two players and a win. And a risky shot there from In4Fun. That whoosh was quite large. I don't know if he can get spotted on that or not. The lady's about to turn around, but In4Fun chooses the safe path. Has everything he needs. In4Fun looks like he'll be the first one to exit. There it is. 2 minutes 32, but Kenny is not gonna be far behind. Oh, those are critical seconds. 9 point something seconds difference. And I believe that it's gonna be an In4Fun victory. In4Fun had the longer load by the looks of things. Not by much, but by a little bit. And just the slight optimizations, getting the investment banker with using the snail as a KO'able item instead of picking up the crowbar greatly helped In4Fun catch up his. It sounds so unreal. His like slower planning time, which was about a second or something, but on this level of play and on a map like New York, that second can make a great difference. In4Fun finished 9.249 seconds earlier. And I don't believe that it's going to be a catch. Kenny's going to be able to catch up for that. Don't know if it's going to be a count. I mean, even if it's going to be a quick 1-1 load for Kenny. And then should already give us a quite clear picture whether this is even possible or not. But yeah, just the office clear out was a little bit quicker by In4Fun, and the grab of the investment banker. Overall, I'd guess about like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 9 seconds saved by In4Fun compared to Kenny, but those seconds can make all the difference. They have indeed. But yeah, it looks like it will be a quick count. Our lovely admin Chris X3 finally gets something to do. No, he's been absolutely waiting to get his hands on 1 PF immediately. Yeah, In4Fun already showcasing first random map. It's gonna be Paris. Possibly his path to victory in this match, if this New York turns out to be an In4Fun victory post photo finish calculations. Then In4Fun will be on 4-0 up and be on match point for winning this one outright. Should this actually be a draw or a Kenny victory, things look a whole lot differently. But lots and lots of options still here. In4Fun immediately went going out to practice. Kenny still on the menu screen currently, checking in on Discord, wondering how the time difference came to be. So yeah, small differences here and there from what I saw. But overall, great level of play from both of these players.
You dropped that. What?
Photo finish currently means our lovely match admin Chris X3 is looking at the loading times of both players and will deduct the loading times, or the one load from both players, from the final finishing time to see who actually finished first minus loading times. This was introduced to give older gen consoles and generally console players a bit of an edge over PC players who might have quicker loads. Your loads are not.
Score.
If your loads are long, then you're not at a disadvantage. And the result is in. It is about as expected. In4Fun taking New York, winning map number 2. CodenameKenny loaded for roughly 3 seconds once. In4Fun loaded once for roughly 5 seconds. So as I said, In4Fun's load was slightly longer. And therefore In4Fun will extend his lead regardless and take the second map, New York, his map pick, adding another one on the pile of 1 New Yorks. And we will be traveling to Paris, our very first map in the entire Hitman trilogy, as our first decider. Sorry, I had to. Apologies. Of course, not the first decider, but it's the first match point for In4Fun. And if In4Fun can take a win on Paris, the match will end right here, and he will take the win 6-0 and take 1 more point for his standing in the Swiss stage, very likely advancing to the knockout stage. CodenameKenny needs to now pull a reverse sweep, win Paris, Colorado, and Miami in a row. And CodenameKenny will take the match 6-4 and win this match, get a point for the knockout stage and the Swiss stage and likely advance as well. If we see any ties within the next 3 maps, we will. Kenny can no longer win. Only the best thing Kenny could hope for would be a draw in the entire match. And any In4Fun win will mean the match is over and he's won it. And looking at the numbers for Paris, this only empathizes the point that this could be very much over in a couple of minutes. Kenny, 3 Paris plays, none of them won. 5 bans in the past, not played within the last year, so those 3 losses certainly came from earlier in his career. So things could have changed in the meantime. But on the other side, can already see it in the form at the very bottom. 5 W's in a row, and In4Fun is looking to add a 6th one. 7 picks, 8 bans in total. Played it 8 times in the last year, 75% win rate across that, 62 in total. Played it 33 times. 1 time there. Let's hope that's not going to be another one added.
7.
In4Fun looking to close it out. Similar loadout from both of them. Blue Egg versus the Medic, and it's going to be Viktor Novikov, Shotgun as the tech crew, Dahlia Magol's Fall as a chef. Spinners arrived for both of the players. We could see the stream delay there happening as almost nothing happened for quite a bit after the spin arrived on our end, and then a couple of seconds later, simultaneously, both players did stuff there. Restart for CodenameKenny. Both players started with similar things, grabbing the fireworks remote. In4Fun try to do this. I don't know what this is called, but the bullet distraction for Victor. CodenameKenny is doing the same. This is a quick way of getting Victor without triggering fireworks immediately, which could be preferable for, well, keeping fireworks for Dahlia later. CodenameKenny gets it the second time as well. In4Fun, meantime, all the way down here already, grabbing this briefcase with the shotgun, making their way up again to kill Victor in that side room. CodenameKenny is likely going to do the same in a couple of seconds. There it is, first kill down for In4Fun. Now all they need is a chef's disguise. They have the fireworks, which is a perfect opportunity for a Dahlia fall kill. And Kenny is doing the same, just a couple seconds behind, although now we start to deviate a little bit. Kenny already triggering the fireworks, but that will set Dahlia in motion. But they still need a chef disguise. And by the looks of things... No? Okay. I was considering whether Kenny is luring Dahlia down first. But in fact not. In4Fun picking up a safe chef from all the way down here. Kenny doing exactly the same. Only difference now is that Kenny has already triggered the fireworks, and I believe In4Fun has not. Or might have just triggered the fireworks or something. Dahlia is on her way to the balcony, I believe, on In4Fun's side as well. She's climbing the pipe out. Pipe up on the outside area. Kenny triggered the fireworks a bit earlier. Dahlia is already on the balcony for them, and are now making their way up. That is 1 KO, 2 KOs for In4Fun. Damn, the telescope broke. I didn't know that was a thing. But one dump later, and a dead Dahlia will hit the ground. The body is going to be found, but that's not going to be an issue. In4Fun sliding down, going to the helicopter exit. Kenny doing something similar. The throw he did earlier lured the guard downwards, so overall that should be an issue. He has to leg shot one of the guards to make them leave the helicopter area, but in the meantime, In4Fun's already out. 3 minutes 14. And almost like in Mendoza, one early rip for Kenny is all it took for In4Fun to be able to snatch it out, and CodenameKenny compromised. He has red guns, and that's a restart. The leg shot didn't have the intended purpose. The guard immediately recognized him, like that wasn't that guy who shot up top. But no, the guy that currently shot up top in the rankings is gonna be In4Fun, winning matchup 6-0. Very, very well played from both players. Insanely close on all matches. We almost had it to 3 photo finishes right here, and I don't think we can get a much more closer match than that. But In4Fun was absolutely unstoppable today, and definitely deserves this 6-0 win. This 6-0 win will now currently put In4Fun in first place. Slightly better Buchholz score than Mu, but Mu is still... no, wait, Mu can't still play round 4. Mu has already played round 4. So In4Fun preliminary first for after this round of Swiss. Of course, there's 2 more rounds, but In4Fun already looking very, very great to advance. CodenameKenny on the other side. Gotta find them on the list. Not far below, actually. 5th position. Mainly their 3 points. I believe a lot of the 3-pointers still have to play. Round 3, I'm not entirely sure about that anymore. They are... let me... Actually, I don't think... any of the 3-pointers still need to play. Which would mean the top 14 or so are already on their final score after round 4 of Swiss. But yeah, we have 5 more matches of Swiss Round 4. I believe the last one is scheduled for... Actually, let's look at that before I say anything, before I theorize anything. That is a blatant lie. There we are. 5 more matches of Round 4. I like Hitman vs. Rocky is going to be the next one in 1.5 hours. Casted by Cabin and Trollfra, playing Mumbai and Colorado. That Observer versus Channel Reindeer, another one. 21 o'clock Central European Summer Time. Omni TMN versus Fly For You. TK47 versus Foil Squared. And T-Nord versus Ashton. That one is at 3 a.m. Central European Summer Time. Just likely also why we're not only going to get the Round 5 matchups tomorrow morning. Sometime in morning in Central Europe. But yeah, those are the final matches of Round 4, and then Round 5 will be generated, scheduled, and undergoing the next couple of days. And I think at this point, all I've left to say is to thank you all very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the cast. Thanks to the 2 players for playing. Congratulations to In4Fun for taking this one, and best of luck to both of them for the remainder of the Swiss stage. Thanks to Chris for admitting this match for us. Thanks to all of you for watching. I hope to see you soon in another Roulette Rivals cast. Thank you and goodbye.